Hey. Hi, guys. All right. So let me go ahead. God, I can't believe it's already 10 o'clock. Sorry, guys. I got home really late tonight. I had not intended it to go this way, but I certainly didn't want to miss out on a chance to hang out with you guys tonight. So we're going to get to a love message this evening. I don't have any specific thing in my mind. So we're going to default to a love message and just ask what needs to come up on the topic of love. Tomorrow, I won't have such a crazy schedule. I won't be gone all day like I was today and all night. So I will have an opportunity to get back to some zodiacs. I'll try to get one out for Cancer as well tomorrow, just because. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for being with me. You guys are so wonderful. Thank you, Astronoid, you angel. Thank you, CDW, Rachel Delaney, AJ. So great to see you guys. Rhonda, Alchemist 1111, Blonde and Bert, RT of Light and Dark. Thank you, guys. You know what? I did Taurus yesterday of Light and Dark, so I probably won't get Taurus tomorrow because I'm going to have to get, the other zodiacs a chance too, because I owe some Gemini and some Aquarius and Pisces. So we'll probably do Taurus again on Friday, unless I have enough time and I can squeeze in another Taurus. But yeah, if you didn't know, Taurus did get one yesterday. But I will aim for as many as I can get to tomorrow. Thank you, guys. I love knowing what you're looking forward to. I do pay attention, and if I know that there's honestly, the Scorpios have been like totally showing up lately and letting me know that they want more Scorpio videos, and so I try to listen and honor it anytime I can, as best I can. It's not always possible in order to keep things a little bit balanced, but I try. So don't be shy about letting me know what you guys look forward to, and I will do my very best if I can, to honor that. So we have the Chariot and we have the Knight of Cups. I'm sure you guys could hear there's a siren that all of a sudden it's like, that was a very short-lived siren. It almost sounded like somebody was like, they arrived at their destination really fast. And we have this masculine who's busily gravitating directly toward where he wants to be. I'm going to say this. I think a divine masculine has come to a pretty lovely moment in his mind, a conclusion that says, I'm interested. There, I said it. I'm interested. This masculine made a decision, and I'm going to say today, since we heard that little siren and then just bleep and just stopped. And that was real, by the way. That's something outside. Knight of Swords. Okay, so he's picking up momentum too. All of these are cards of action. The Chariot, moving forward with confidence. Our Knights, always are action takers. But his mind is going quicker. He's thinking about wanting to make a move, right? He realizes, I think it's me. I think I'm going to be the chess game player here. Oh, masculine, what are you thinking about doing? Now, please do bear in mind, excuse me, this, I can always be talking about masculines or feminines, but right now we see, kind of like the dude show over here, the bro show. So we're going to say I'm going to keep saying him. Seven of Pentacles. This is somebody he has known for a long time. This is somebody he has a fairly good rapport with. This is somebody he's thought about for a long time. And now he's like, I think I know what I need to do. I need to make a move. I like it. I like the fact that he's confident. He's thought about things for a long time. Oh, he really likes this feminine. This feminine could have amazing hair. He could also have amazing hair. He could be quite furry. And when I say it that way, I say it nicely. I know here he's bald. Here he's got like very nicely trimmed, perfect hair with like a widow's peak. Here he's got more, wild hair. So hair is just kind of a bit of a factor here, but it's the lion and it's her. But for some reason, even her, her hair looks kind of, I don't know, like there's a sense of like freedom. Now, when I talk about hair is representational of things. It doesn't matter if somebody has a lot of hair or a little hair. What it represents is vitality. And I always look for the symbolism in my storytelling. So I'm going to say somebody who could have like a real strong sense of intelligence and vitality. He respects her, obviously respects the hell out of her, but it's also like she's the kind of person I would like to stand next to. She's the kind of person, maybe he wants to smell her hair. This, if he's kind of feeling like a lion, he may partially want to like protect her, be there beside her. If he's known her for a long time, I could see why he would have this affinity for her that is respect. And also, this is a great card of companionship. Like, I would protect you and I know you would protect me. I think highly of you and I know you think highly of me. There's something really beautiful here about the way he sees her and has come to see her. This feels like a relationship that isn't a relationship yet, but an understanding of who somebody is that has been increasing one, tiny exchange at a time for maybe many, many years. And then perhaps, I don't know. Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me? Are you guys able to hear me? Okay, some of you have decent audio, some of you don't. Sorry, I'm just double checking, guys. Okay, I think it's okay. Is that right? Okay, perfect. I got to remember to look at the chat. You guys know I get so into the stories, and I don't always look at the chat until I like have a natural break, and then I can glance over. But once in a while, I've told the story for 45 minutes and had no clue that y'all couldn't hear me. I was just puppet theatering my way through something, unbeknownst to me. You guys couldn't hear me. So, okay, so back into this. With that King of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, his next order of business, if you will, is, okay, so he's made a decision. I like her. I really like her. I'm interested in her. That's how it is. I'm realizing I've developed feelings for her. I realize it's going to be my move to connect with her. It's been a long time. I feel a certain comfort zone with her as well. And I could see her as, like, he already has long-term like knowledge. Like, I think he has a pretty strong sense that he may already be in love with her, and that could have snuck up on him over time, and he's just realized that now. To me, this feels like the best kind of story where, if you keep encountering somebody, or let's say it's somebody that you work with and, you spend 3 years beside them, and it's like you get to know them and you think that they're a pretty okay person. And then over time you build a trust with them. And then over time, it's like sometimes you don't realize that, God, this person there's so much more than like a colleague or a coworker or even a friend. They are somebody that is like such a good person, but they're also attractive. And there's been this slow awakening and this slow, like, I can't even picture them not being in my life anymore. That's how this storyline feels. But it is definitely the story of a divine masculine who has slowly but surely come to know some feminine. And at this point, his emotions are heavily involved, and now he's really facing it. He's really acknowledging it. And the next order of business then is, okay, so how do I approach her? And he's, just because he knows something without a doubt, I'm going to approach her, that doesn't mean that he also instantly knows exactly how. That could be a whole nother thing. He's standing outside her house. Obviously not, not like some creepy, like, sorry, that card kind of makes it look like, somebody is just waiting and lurking. This is not a lurking card. This is more in the mindset. He could be sitting over this next couple days when he has free time and really contemplating, how do I approach her? So it's not physically lurking, it's mentally lurking, I guess. No, it's problem solving. I know I care about her. So how do I tell her that? What's my approach going to be? This is a very mature individual, by the way. So they're not somebody who is like, oh, I'm so nervous and so intimidated by her. No, it's more like, how do I shift gears from somebody that I've known for a long time to somebody I know I have emotion for, somebody I'd like to date, somebody I have a comfort zone with, because I do feel like he has a tremendous comfort zone with her. And there's a lot of warm feelings. So how do I approach with that? Two of Pentacles, he's going to be busy in his mind for a little bit. I feel like he may be thinking about her right now is the way that is you know, going at the moment. Okay, hang on. Are the lives buffering? Are you guys okay? So lagging a little bit. Okay, let me do one thing that I can do a reset right now, and I'm going to disappear kind of. It'll look like it freezes on your guys' end, but if I do this little reset, it should help quite a bit. So hang on just a second, and I will do a little reset here. Okay, I'm not going to be gone, but it'll do a funky little thing, and then I'll be right. Hey. Okay, so let's see. All right, did that fix it, guys? Sometimes that little baby reset is the most helpful thing. It just bogs down for a second because I have to click a couple buttons, go in and out, but the video just pauses for a second and then we pick back up. So I'm hopeful that that will help. All right, you guys. You know what, Bridget? I'm going to go ahead and say I think it's probably better that maybe we just go ahead and say farewell because, you know, I think everybody understands that life is full of things that we just got to learn to roll with. But no worries. I think since I don't control the internet, I can probably just not worry too much about the ups and downs that occur from time to time. I don't have any control over that. So, but if that bothers you too much, you can probably find other channels maybe or something. So best of luck to you, babe. Wishing you well and happiness elsewhere since this bugs you. 6 of Wands upright. He's really quite happy. He's really quite content, quite joyful about this. He's pretty sure that this is going to work out well. He's pretty sure that I think interacting with her is going to be something that I pretty sure will function just fine. Like there could be, he knows she's truthful. He knows that she's either, if she's not interested in him in the same way, she'll say that, but it won't be awkward. If she is interested, he already knows she'll be blunt about it. He kind of has this vibe that maybe she's thinking about him too. There must be something that happened that let him know that, she is somebody who cares about him as well. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Alchemist 1111. Thank you, babe. Alchemist 1111 just gifted 5 more memberships. If your name just turned green, that is courtesy of Alchemist 1111. Jay Bunny, Love Blanche, Cheryl Boys, Slay Princess, and She Wolf. Welcome all of you. You guys are so wonderful. Thank you so much. Alchemist 1111, absolutely. You better believe it. I love to do the lives, and for the very minimal problems that we have, when we do have problems in the lives, it's usually because there's something else going on, and it's usually a little bit more widespread than just my channel. But yeah, some people are really intolerant of any little technical issue, and that's okay. But I'll always keep doing it for those of you that are so gracious and so kind, and I love doing them. And thank you so much, Alchemist 1111. You are beyond gracious with me. Thank you, everybody who's here. Hierophant and that Page of Wands. I would say she definitely thinks of him. I would say she may be in the exact same energy vibe. You notice how we have kind of like a representation of, with the Hierophant, sometimes this can be like the divine. And then there's, these 2 individuals sitting on either side right in front of the divine. And there's this wonderful conduit. I almost think that she's in the same vibe where she's thinking about him perhaps, or has come to think of him in a different light also. Either she had a really nice exchange with him sometime, maybe fairly recently, where she can tell like he enjoys her company or genuinely laughs, or there's something here where it's like she saw some joyful energy in him. And I want to say that she's sitting in the same like divine knowledge, like he's really great. And he's thinking, she's really great. The mindfulness that we see on these two cards, the way he sits here and he's thinking about her, and then the way we saw her as that Queen of Swords sitting and thinking, there's something similar about the mindset that they're both in. And I think that this card brings that up again and says, I feel like these two are pretty certain that there's something here. Let me go down her storyline just a bit and ask, how does she feel about him? Let me see. We literally got the blank card. And this is the card that I always say, okay, so it's when two people are sharing the same mind or the same energy or the same vibration, right? Where they sense the same thing with each other. Yeah, it's two halves of the same coin. Wow, Emperor, Queen of Swords again. Okay, so she could definitely be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. She may be wearing blue or looks great in blue. She's in it in both cases here. Very strong, cerebral. She's super intelligent. She thinks he is fantastic. He could be somebody that is like, she holds in high esteem. She thinks he's honorable. She thinks that he is, and that would matter a lot to a Queen of Swords. He's never lied to me. He's always been somebody that, is straightforward. He's somebody that I know I'm talking to a real person when I talk to him. I've known him long enough to know that he stands, on his words. I'm aware of who he is, and I like that about him. He treats me with respect. I would say she definitely thinks very highly of him, and she, at an intellectual level, the two of them are beautifully matched, but she has a lot of respect for him as, like everything that you would ever hope a divine masculine to be. And this is a, classical archetype for the masculine. So the masculine is the energy of the sun, is, they project clearly, but not oppressively. They, are kind of like leaders and individuals to stand for something and, care about those around them and, have an idea of wanting to leave the world a better place than, what they came into. They're not people that want to build a legacy just so they can leave their name on something. They want to build something that is lasting and secure and stable. They actually have thought for others beyond themselves. It's not an ego chaser. It's somebody who actually cares. So they operate with, intelligence, emotional intelligence, and a sense of duty and responsibility. They hold themselves to a standard of, I have a place in this world. The things that I do count for something. I better make damn sure I'm making, my actions count for something good in this world. So if that's how she sees him, holy smokes, I could see her low key already being in love with him in that like very pure, like, when we do respect somebody that way, that is kind of like an expression of, a kind of love. So very nice energy for the two of them to think so highly of each other. He thinks she's a freaking strength card. He wants to be like that lion to her lioness. She sees him as an emperor. They both come across as kings and queens. This is nice. We have Knight of Pentacles. We have Six of Pentacles. She knows that at some point in time, he's going to make a move in my direction. She's not chasing him. She is definitely, if he is the emperor that she thinks that he is, she already knows he'll be making a move. And I think right now she's getting this vibe somewhere in the back of her head. You know how he's wearing green? It's like a little seed has been planted in her mind that says, someday, somehow, he and I are either headed toward collaboration. And maybe it'll start out as like work related and then evolve into something more if they don't already work together. I don't know what the context is, how these two have known each other for such a long time, but in a non-romantic sense, and have over time built like this rapport with one another that is totally based off of mutual admiration. But she knows, she can kind of see into the future too. At some point, he's going to be standing a heck of a lot closer to me, and the two of us will be working on things together. This is very nice. There's a sense of certainty and inevitability here that is, maybe because she's always been able to like count on who he is, like a sense of consistency. Maybe that's why she is able to kind of like predict. Because if he gave any vibes, and let me just ask, did he give you the vibe that he's connected to you? Or is this just something you both are becoming aware of, that you're connected to each other? King of Pentacles, he definitely gave her some kind of a vibe that like it hit home. And when I say a vibe, we're talking a really high vibe because, lots of times in the Hindu art where it's depicting, stories of the different, pantheon of gods in the Hindu religion, those that are depicted as blue are the most high vibrational beings. And so, sure enough, we have that here. He most definitely, like, I don't know if it was an eye contact moment or if it was some kind of really important moment that he transmitted to her, like he wants to share something of himself with her, or he gave her something that made her feel incredibly like comfortable, incredibly safe. Maybe he opened up to her in some small way. Usually a King of Pentacles is going to be very, very grounded. And either he made her feel like he is somebody she can trust, rely on, or like a touchstone, or maybe it was like somebody she could turn to for solid advice. But it was a moment where he obviously wanted to be that for her. He obviously, he offered something to her, and she noticed that. It was maybe it was just a vibe. Maybe it was an eye contact. Maybe it was a dialogue, but it was more pronounced than is typical. Like she knows he sees me. It was me he directed this energy toward, and it was very reassuring, very nice, very appreciative. This was not like a, hey, baby, it wasn't one of those kinds of, come-ons. If anything, if these two have any problem at all, it might be transitioning from this admiration into like, how do we bridge the gap to romance? But I kind of think, thanks to the fact that they're both in the same vibe here, and thanks to the fact that we saw that Hierophant, I don't think these two are actually going to have a problem. Let me go ahead and say, masculine, what were you trying to, send the vibe to her? King of Wands. He definitely wanted to send his abs to her. No, I'm just teasing. I always talk about this card as having abs because he does. But this is Horus. So in the Egyptian pantheon, he is the son of Osiris and Isis. And Horus was we could think of him as a pretty big protector. The eye of Horus, he's a falcon-headed god. So that really beautiful eye that we're all very familiar with, it's a symbol of protection all around the world. The eye of Horus is known as a symbol of protection. But the story on him is that when his father Osiris was killed by his uncle Set, or Seth, depending on how you want to pronounce it, the storm god, he went to avenge his father's death and goes out into the desert to fight with his uncle. And his uncle plucks out his eyes, but Thoth, the god of all wisdom and knowledge, restores his eyes to him, and with some added bonuses. So I think it's the right eye comes with like the power of the sun, and the left eye comes with the healing energy of the moon. And then, of course, later on, all of us know the eye of Horus as that symbol of protection, that Egyptian eye. So with that in mind, he did convey some kind of warmth to her, because normally this would be a very heart-centered king. But also, I think what she picked up from him is like, he is somebody who wants to like offer her a safe space. And he's somebody who would stand up for her, stand up beside her, and possibly stand, in front of her to provide shelter or protection in the event of catastrophe. That kind of warmth, he was either feeling that way about her and conveyed it, maybe not with words, but maybe not with actions, or maybe with actions. I don't know. But it was very clear. So she picked up on something different emanating from him, and it indeed is what he was doing. It is indeed what he was thinking toward her, his actions toward her. She saw it as maybe something, fun, funny, something, like he was genuinely laughing. The two of them were having a dialogue or something that was maybe a bit more personal or something. And it was just, he obviously opened up to her, but there was more to it than that. There was a kindness or something he emanated, and she did not miss that. That might be the moment that things have just shifted for the two of them. That subtle awareness that, he saw the real me and I saw what he thinks of me. And it's very nice. Let me just ask, what did he pick up from her? Let's change decks. If anything, I don't know what vibe she gave off to him, but I feel like these two have recently, had some kind of energy. The Tower, he felt her walls come down. How interesting. He noticed either she said something that was maybe, once in a while when we say something real about ourselves, and you realize in all the years I've known you, you never said something like that to me. So you just gave me a piece of trust. You just let me in some, maybe not huge way, but it may be huge because in all the time I've known you, you never said something that personal before. Whatever it was, he felt her walls drop all of a sudden. Okay. And let me just ask, feminine, do you know that you did that? Page of Cups, there was something here. For whatever has happened here, these two have built up a trust, and she knows she just turned a page with the way she interacts with him. There was like this warmth, this offering on her part, and maybe this is unusual for her. She's been a Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, they have boundaries up. They are not necessarily warm and fuzzy. They are, especially if she's only known him in a context where it was like, we communicate about things that are more like logical, work related, it's an intellectual meeting of the minds more so than it has ever been, I'm letting somebody know something more personal about me. And maybe she doesn't let very many people know very many personal things because she's standing here in a book, turning a page, and this is an emotional offering. So she may have said something that was like uncharacteristically real and open for her. And that could have been really, I don't know, feminine, did you choose to do that? Or did it just feel easy with him? The Sun, it was just simple, it's as simple as the sun rises and we don't have any control over that. The sun just does what it does. Well, I guess it's really that the earth rotates, but the sun, is part of our life every single day. It was as natural as that. It was easy. It wasn't like, oh my God, I feel like somebody's prying information out of me, or, oh, have I said too much? Or no, it was just like, it just is so natural. And maybe it's because these two have had a rapport. Let me go back over to him. Her dropping a guard with you like that. What did that say to you or mean to you? Five of Swords sideways. It's not that he thought she was somebody who was ever like mad at him, but he may have learned something very important about why. If he had something that he never knew about her before, okay. And I'm sorry, we're going to go like down a bit of a like unkind stereotype to a certain extent, but like if he thought, oh, she might be, because the Queen of Swords again can be a little bit like business. They're not cold exactly, but they're not exactly the most warm and approachable. And if he thought, oh, I wonder if she's had some bad experiences, maybe she doesn't particularly like to interact either with men, or maybe she's had, a few too many. Like, I think he knows she can have a mouth on her. If she wants to tell somebody to go to hell, she probably does it. And it's not that she's shown it to him, but she can be a lightning bolt when she wants to be. She doesn't like she's powerful, right? He knows that. He says she's the strength card. But if he thought maybe she's a little standoffish, maybe she's not particularly warm and friendly, maybe he misread her for a little bit, or he never thought she was unkind, but he assumed, like, I don't want to say the wrong thing with her because I have a feeling she can definitely stand up for herself. And I could see the wrong dialogue. She could take it wrong. If I say something, he might have walked a little bit on eggshells, thinking Maybe she's somebody who has like really high walls up and you say one wrong thing and she's like, "Mm." He knows that's not the case. What he actually sees her as, because either he found out something about her that was like, oh my God, I get it. I maybe now understand something about why she's had walls up. I maybe understand why she is a Queen of Swords, why she, you know, communicates in very accurate ways. She's not intimidating and she's not trying to always low key be ready for an argument. She just has learned that's a method of protection. Speak truth, evaluate things as carefully as you can because you don't know where the threats are. He may have just realized something that he was a little bit misreading as like maybe she's a little bit hostile sometimes, or could be. She could be a fighter if she wants to be. Well, sure. Aries, the sweetest, most delightful little doggy in the world. Let me tell you, if he doesn't like somebody coming at us, my little baby is not such cuddles. Like he is a hulking little werewolf all of a sudden who, tells people don't come near my mama. I've seen him do it just on 2 occasions. And I was like, holy moly, my baby didn't like that person. That person's not allowed to walk up to us. Aries just said so. Amazingly nice creatures and people still have a defense tactic, but I think he just now realized something about her or found out something that he did not know. Or maybe she dropped a fence because she doesn't need it with him. And he noticed the difference. And it was like, oh, wow. I could see why that would be like such a huge gift. If somebody who tends to have like a bit of a wall or a professional demeanor, and then they actually let you in and you realize they don't do this with just anybody, that could be another thing that has like totally turned the tides in this connection. But again, getting to know somebody over a long, slow period of time and then getting to know something a little bit deeper about them, that is like maybe why his brain clicks. Desiree, oh my God, thank you so much. You are so generous. Thank you, sweetheart. It's so, so kind. It just feels really, I think not that he ever thought like, wow, she could be formidable and fight with anybody at any moment. It's not like he thought that of her exactly, but he didn't understand until now, maybe why she's had a little bit of like, I handle everything myself. I don't ask anybody for help. I'm cordial. I'm nice. I'm intelligent, but I keep, a boundary around me. He just found out why. And she didn't have any problem. She may not know that she just showed that much of herself. She was just comfortable with him. There was something here where she's just turned that page where it's like, this one's okay. This one I don't have to keep a guard up with. Is it because of the way he treated you, or are you the one who dropped the guard first and then he treated you that way? Or was it just a natural progression? No, he feels like a friend. He feels like somebody that he's in the inner circle. That's what it was for her. Either maybe because they've known each other so long, maybe because there wasn't any pressure about getting to build the trust, maybe because, at some point people feel so familiar to us that they are part of our inner circle and we don't even know how it happens. It just is as like little kids, it was easy to make friends, right? I don't know if anybody remembers how they became best friends with their first best friend. I have no idea. I know when I met my first best friend of my life, I always say my oldest and best friend is like, I remember when we first met in 2nd grade, but I have no memory of like, were we best friends the first day of 2nd grade, or I don't know. It just, some things, it just morphs into that. And it's just like, oh yeah, that's my best friend. And it's not like a day where you go, this is the day that I crown you best friend. It just kind of evolves into that. Like, that's kind of what it feels like for her. So it's nice to see this energy of these two people who, it's like the relationship that was built from a foundational level that neither person knew it was even being built over this slow evolution of time. And I think that that's why this is starting to get really good. But yes, now these two are going to have to shift gears. They're going to go from, I've known you for a long time. I've learned about you slowly. I've come to appreciate you. Your walls are down with me. I can feel the energy just shifted between us. But now how do we take it to okay, I'm feeling the feels for you. And now I'm going to need to make a move. She already knows he's going to be making a move in her direction. She knows it. He knows it. There's no big rush on this. This is coming. This is inevitable. Cosmo Cookie Monster, thank you, baby. Oh my God, you are so kind. Thank you. That is so incredibly generous. And I absolutely adore your name. So, do we have any final message on this for how these two recognize, or, like when the timing comes to pass for these two? It is him that will be making the move, and they both know it. Five of Wands and the Strength card again. They're both going to be kind of thinking about this for a little while. But there's a nice warmth, a nice closeness between them even now. Instead of, I don't see this, I know we should say that these two are, arm wrestling, but I look at it more like, these two are thinking about each other, and it's like as almost as tangible as if they were holding hands, from across a distance here. The bond is there. We have that Strength card again. She in particular is like aware, and maybe she is I don't know if she's kind of with that, that light from above her crown chakra there, and now the lion is asleep. I'm wondering if she consciously or subconsciously is kind of sending the because he's going to be the one making the move. She might be sending the energy of like, you know what? I'll welcome that. There's these two have a lot of unspoken awarenesses of each other and changing energy toward one another. And since he's going to be the one who needs to like knock on that door, she's the one who is kind of like changing the landscape and making it so that it's going to be easier for him to, energetically knock on that door, to either ask her out or something like that. She is just mentally, I think, aware. I can tell he cares about me. I can tell he respects me. And I welcome him approaching me in this way. Four of Swords, there's a comfort zone. We see the hammock here, and it's like, oh, this is super peaceful. She's sending out the vibes to him like, it's not going to be stressful. You and me, we got a vibe. It's going to be easy, so don't get up in your head. Ask me when it feels right. It'll be fine. We've got the Magician and we got the Queen of Cups. This is her really shifting gears, right? So she's been the Strength card in their mind, and she has been the Queen of Swords twice. All of those are formidable cards. But for them, she is shifting into the Queen of Cups, which is the most emotionally available, most flowing, most soft of our queens. He knows she can be like I said, she can be a lightning bolt. She can be a ferocious lion or lioness. She can be your best friend who protects you, and she will be a formidable protector, or she can be your worst enemy, and she will be a formidable enemy. Or if she chooses to bring you into her world, she will show you this soft underbelly. When like animals, like, oh my God, it's so cute when Aries like lays on his back and shows his tummy to people that he trusts. Or when cats do that, or any animal who's like, you can see my soft side, you can see my tummy, you can pet my tummy. Like, that's what I feel like this is for her. And I have to say, when she acts like that towards somebody, you notice how she's a freaking mermaid, like the kind of warmth and love and generosity and tenderness that she exudes. Holy smokes, she is like extremely captivating. So, for as powerful as her energy has been, as somebody who has boundaries up and she's intellectual and she's accurate in the way she communicates, and as powerful and sexy as she is, as that Strength card, she is even more alluring when she is this open, passionate, warm, loving energy. So she is like many people rolled into one, and each one is incredibly powerful. But man, when she wants to be warm, when she wants to be loving, it is it is like nothing he's ever seen before. That is going to further give him the confidence to approach her, because of the head space and energy space that she is now in. I really feel like these two are bringing out the best in each other. He's getting more and more confident, even from a distance. Here he is tapping into her energy flow. She is possibly even now sending like warmth and kind of I don't know, just a very approachable, very loving energy. And he is gaining in confidence. And again, the masculine energy is at a peak, the feminine energy is at a peak. These two are encouraging the most confident versions of themselves, or of one another, actually. And it's the vibes are good. I gotta say, these two are like, they're very uh synchronous, like they're in perfect sync with each other. This is nice. I don't know when he reaches out, but it will be not awkward and it won't be uncomfortable. It will click for the two of them. He is either holding the moon or a crystal ball that is kind of levitating in his hand, and then he's got the quartz crystal in the other hand. So I would just say he's been very tuned in, turned on, and I'm talking about like energetically speaking. He's very attuned to another version of himself right now. I kind of think he's needed somebody just like her every bit as much as she's needed somebody like him. I don't know that she would have dropped her guard for anybody but him. I don't know that he would be awakening like this and stepping into this incredible energy of his own if he hadn't built this vibe with her. And it is such a huge gift to know that she dropped a guard with me. She chose to feel safe with me. That makes him want to be even more of somebody that she can trust because this is really special. I think that's probably the part I like the most out of this story is how much like he is aware that that's a real gift and how much that makes him feel really special, that you feel safe with me. You let me know something about you. And that is super sacred, and it makes me feel even more like I already respected you, but now I feel close to you. And that is something I cherish. He's a good one. Man, he's a good one. Denise, you sweetheart. You are so kind. Thank you, Angel. You are so, so sweet. I have been so incredibly blessed to have you in my life all this time. You are so, so lovely, and it is an absolute delight to get a chance to see you in alive. I know you've been busy and I haven't seen you in a while, so thank you, babe. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you, everybody, for hanging with me. Alchemist 1111. I know, right? We got such a good one in this story. These were such polar opposite stories, right? The one that we had on the other channel was like, whew, that was a tough one. And then this one, by contrast, was like, oh, it's so beautiful. And it's such a breath of fresh air. Oh my gosh, Denisa. Well, congratulations to you, though. Moving is difficult, but moving countries has got to be the most exciting. I hope it goes very smoothly. I am thinking of you, and I hope that you love where you are, setting up your new life. I'm all about change and transition, although sometimes it can just be really, really hard. But I certainly hope that it just clicks into place for you. Zion's Gamming, it is such a delight to hang with you. I can imagine, Denisa. Well, we're rooting for you, and I know it's not just me. This is such a wonderful community. Queen Libra, nice to see you. Astrid Noid, thank you for being here. Loving Light Libra, hi, babe. So delighted to see you tonight. Sorry, you guys. Shout out to you in New Zealand, Zion's Gamming. Thank you so much, Queen Libra. Electra222, wonderful to see you. Astrid Noid, that's awesome. You wanted to catch a Backstreet Boys at the Sphere. That's awesome, though. Thank you again so much, Cosmo Cookie Monster. You were so sweet. All right, you guys. I'm going to bounce on out of here, and I will see you guys again tomorrow for some zodiacs, and we will get back on a flow tomorrow. Raymar, aloha. Queenie B, thank you for being here. Queenie Bees, you're hilarious. Yours use you for your snacks in the 6th. Love is legendary. Great to see you. Ariel Cavell, nice to catch you, babe. Desiree, thank you. Thank you so much. That was so generous of you. Thank you for that. Living Water, nice to see you. Valley West Channel, that's beautiful. I missed somebody there and my eyes are trying to find it. Ember Murals, thanks for being here, honey. Right back to you. You guys are so lovely. Electra 222, that's the nicest thing ever. It's great when there's somebody that does, foster the feeling of like comfort around us, isn't it? Rhonda, hey. Alice Wonderland, thank you for being here. I hear you. Desi Fernandez, thank you for being here. Oh, you know, I it's actually just that it's lost some of its curl. I was out and I got rained on today and weathered on today because, anytime I take my Aries out, it was a curly hair day and now it's mostly not a curly hair day anymore. I have very straight hair and I I curl it every single day to try to give it waves because I never wanted to have straight hair. Like Marsha from the Brady Bunch, like that's how straight my hair is. And so every single day of my life, I curl my hair. And it is this constant battle, especially when you have like fine hair, because I don't have a lot of hair. It's not thick or anything. And it's a battle every day to make the curl stay. So yes, I use those, like I'll call them the granny hot rollers, but it was something I remember watching my mom curl her hair with the hot rollers when I was a kid, and I like couldn't wait till someday I could do it too. And it's just one of those things that then it became one of those like daily rituals. And I'll be honest, I do not like to go any day at all without my hair curled. It bugs me. It won't stay up in a bun. My hair is too fine. So if I don't have some body to it, it won't even stay out of my face. So it won't stay in a bun. So I hate it. Absolutely hate it. I guess that is probably my one high maintenance thing. I don't do anything else. I don't do like nails and things like that. But the hair, oh my God, it's crazy because I don't look good with straight hair at all either. I need poof because I have a big chubby round face and it's like I need poofy hair and that is not what I got, so I have to synthetically create it. So but thank you for saying it looks longer because it doesn't really grow either. I want it to get long, but it just never grows beyond this point. But I'm glad that it looks longer. Isn't it funny? The stuff that we care about is like we want something different than what we have, and we're so determined that we're going to synthetically force it to happen. GOSC 10P, so good to see you, babe. Thanks for being here. Jay Bunny, again, welcome, hun. Sky Cole, wonderful to see you. AJ, Anisha Chatu of Light and Dark, nice to catch you. London 72, and welcome to all the new members. Rachel Delaney, thanks for being here. I know, I really enjoy the lives too, Rachel. I really do. It's such a nice, I know, it always just feels like, to me, it feels like a little dinner party, and it's just hanging out and having a little dinner party, and it's just kind of low stress, and I just so enjoy it. Sheila Thomas, thank you guys. Goddess Neva, thank you guys. JJ, hi, babe. All right, everyone. I'm sorry, it won't let me go back any further than that. And I know I missed a chance to say hi to a few of you at the beginning, but I'm going to go ahead and bounce out because it won't let me go backwards any further. But lots of love, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Thank you too, Queen Libra. Queenie B. It's only because I got great people hanging out with me. You guys make it such a nice channel and such a wonderful time together. Johnny the Carnut tries to go. Thank you so much, Rhonda. Joan, hi, babe. Nice to see you. Joan, I'm thinking about doing another series pretty soon here. I've been wanting to do another one and I didn't forget. But I'm toying with actually like doing like a weekly series where we follow a continuing storyline, but my brain is working on something. So Electra, thank you for the rose. All right, you guys, lots of love. Oh, good. Alchemist 1111. That's wonderful. I'm glad you enjoyed that. That's so cute. You binged it. I love that. All right, you guys, lots of love. Bye. Oh, whoops. I always do this wrong on this channel now. They moved buttons. Bye.